Yes, ladies and gentlemen, today we are complete because we're welcoming a new member of our show. Oh, sorry, an old member of our show. Welcome to the show. I'm Paolo del Rosario. Let's get you up to speed with some news that you could use right now.
Hello there, beautiful people. I'm Anne Asis-Carilo. Brand new week, and we are so ready to share it with you guys. Let's go kickstart your Monday with good vibes, great company, and unstoppable energy.
Ciao, Titi. Buongiorno. I'm Monique Tuzon, because anytime's a good time because it's always more fun with us. Join us for the next hour and a half for stories and conversations that matter. I hope you guys missed me. It's glad to be back. I'm so happy to be back, even though I'm a bit stuffed up. I traveled too much, so I got sick towards the end, but I had to be here, so
That
I couldn't
Italian
miss this.
though.
It's, yeah, my Italian still needs work.
Hanggang magandang umaga lang ako eh.
Magandang umaga. I don't know what's better, my Italian or my Tagalog.
They both need some. They both need some work done.
I'll just stick to English.
But we're so glad you're back.
I know, I missed you guys. I had the best welcoming committee from Kuya Guard, Ate Riza, everybody. Like right when I walked in, I was still like half asleep and everybody was so happy. I was like, I love everybody here at BNC. I missed you all.
Oh, that's so good.
That's so
and we
sweet.
missed you. We missed you. I don't think we've actually referenced you multiple times while you were
Really?
gone.
I did not get to see any of the show.
Yeah, because you don't watch it. She doesn't watch us. That's proof.
I know.
I'm gonna watch you
she's so
guys
busy
soon.
doing all her things.
I was
Yeah.
getting
in
20K
Italy.
steps. Grabe naman.
Pero to be fair, nung nasa Venice siya, nasa Venice rin ako. Pero
Oo,
yung sa
true.
McKinley Hill
Yeah,
lang.
I thought I saw
Local lang yun
Pao.
sa'yo, madaling puntahan.
Oh, lokal lang. Parang it's a smaller, pero gano'n. May mga gondola din kami, in
Mas
fairness.
maganda naman there where you were.
Yeah, 100%. But we got a great show today coming up. Quiccs Maiquez is coming back.
Yeah, I'm
Is
so
back,
excited. I
yeah.
saw him this morning.
Oh man, and I had a chance to hang out with him last week, and you know what he has prepared. It's fantastic. I'm excited for him, and of course, yeah, a chance here to see kung kaya pa ni Mo yung show na to. in
Kaya
general.
pa?
Oo.
What do you mean
It's
kung
just
kaya
like
pa?
riding a bike, you know.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna find out together. But of course, speaking of riding the bike, may mga bike lane sa EDSA, diba? Ako ba yung transition ko?
Oh, ang ganda. I love it, Pao.
I missed that so much.
All that segueing. But yes, let's go check out the major roads at this hour. Let's take a look at EDSA White Plains. On the left side of your screens, those are the vehicles heading to Shaw Boulevard. Already looking busy at this hour. Moderate traffic building up on that lane. Opposite side, right side are for vehicles going to Cubao. Light traffic on that area. Now, here's a look at EDSA Orense in Makati. Left side are vehicles going to Pasay City. Light traffic on that stretch. And on the right side are vehicles going to Shaw Boulevard. No problem yet as of this hour. Now, the expanded vehicle number coding scheme is in full swing. It's a Monday, so vehicles with license plates ending in 1 and 2 should be off the road right about now until 10 a.m. and again from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m.
Bad news for motorists as oil prices are expected to go up this week. The cost of gasoline could increase by as much as 60 centavos per liter, diesel by up to nearly a peso, and kerosene by 25 centavos to 40 centavos per liter. The Energy Department says factors for the expected hike include persistent geopolitical tensions and supply concerns in Canada due to wildfires. Now let's find out what the weather's going to be like this Monday. Paolo has today's forecast from Weather HQ. Take it away, Pao.
Grazie mille, Mo, as we take a look at the two weather systems that are now influencing the country today, resulting in rainfall across various areas. Now, as of 3 a.m. today, the low pressure area, or LPA, that Pagasa is monitoring was last located approximately 85 kilometers west-northwest of Bacnotan in La Union. Now, Pag-asa says that this LPA still has a moderate chance of developing into a tropical depression within the next 24 hours as it continues to drift further away from the Philippines. Now, once this low-pressure area strengthens into a tropical cyclone inside the Philippine Air Responsibility, it will be named Bagyong Auring. Now, in addition to the LPA, the southwest monsoon, locally known as the Habagat, is impacting the southern Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao areas. So these areas right over here. Now, this will contribute to the widespread rainfall across these areas. Now, the low pressure area will bring cloudy skies with scattered rain showers and thunderstorms to the Ilocos region, Abra, and Benguet. Now, due to the moderate and heavy rains, there is a possibility of flash floods and landslides, particularly in flood-prone areas and mountainous areas. So, meanwhile, the southwest monsoon is expected to bring occasional rains to Zambales, Bataan, Cavite, Batangas, Occidental Mindoro, Palawan, and Antique. So, these areas over here. Now, cloudy skies with scattered rain showers and thunderstorms are forecasted over central Luzon, the Metro Manila area. You also have the Bicol region, Calabarzon, Mimaropa, and the rest of the Visayas. Now, other parts of Luzon will experience partly cloudy to cloudy skies with isolated rain showers, mostly due to localized thunderstorms. Now, over in Mindanao, the southwest monsoon will bring partly cloudy to cloudy skies with chances of isolated rain showers or thunderstorms, mainly in the afternoon or in the evening. Now, due to the combined effects of a low-pressure area or LPA and the southwest monsoon, Pag-asa has issued a heavy rainfall outlook for several parts of the country. For today, moderate to heavy rain showers are likely in Pangasinan, Zambales, Bataan, Cavite, Batangas, Occidental Mindoro, Palawan, and Antique, all brought about by the LPA and the southwest monsoon. Tomorrow, heavy to intense rainfalls forecasted over Zambales, Occidental Mindoro. Meanwhile, moderate to heavy rains are expected to affect Pangasinan, Pampanga, Bulacan, Bataan, Metro Manila, Calabarzon, Camarines Sur, Albay, Oriental Mindoro, Romblon, Palawan, and Antique. Looking ahead to Wednesday, June 11, Zambales and Occidental Mindoro will continue to experience heavy to intense rains, while moderate to heavy rainfall will also persist in Pangasinan, Pampanga, Bulacan, Bataan, Metro Manila, Calabarzon, Camarines Sur, Albay, Oriental Mindoro, Romblon, Palawan, and Antique. Please remain alert and regularly monitor the local weather updates, especially if you are in areas susceptible to flooding and landslides. That is it for Weather HQ at the moment. And back to you.
Thank you so much, Pao, for that weather update. Now on to our top stories this morning. Calls are mounting to immediately start the impeachment trial against Vice President Sara Duterte. Former Bayan Muna Representative Nery Colmenares says he does not believe that the Senate cannot finish the impeachment trial before the next Congress begins on July 4th.
Nasabi ko na sa mga senador nung Thursday pa, bigyan nyo na ng summons si Sara Duterte as early as a few days ago para may 10 days siya to respond na by June 16, pwede na kayo magsimula ng trial. So, yeah, June 16 up to June 30, kayang tapusin ng Senadong impeachment.
Colmenares adds the impeachment court could focus on Sara's strongest case, the 612 million peso confidential funds, which he claims could be prosecuted within 3 days. Colmenares is among those who filed the impeachment complaint in December 2024. The former congressman says the motion to dismiss the impeachment case is absurd and unconstitutional, saying the Senate does not have the discretion and only the impeachment court could either acquit or convict after trial.
The deans of 5 Ateneo law schools urging the Senate to immediately begin the impeachment trial of Vice President Sara Duterte. In a joint statement, deans of the schools and colleges of law from the Ateneo system said the Senate has a clear duty, that is to uphold the Constitution and hold public officials accountable. They also warned against using technicalities and political maneuvering to derail the process, saying public office is a public trust, and that trust is now on the line. The deans further emphasized that the Senate is a continuing body. Once the impeachment articles are filed and transmitted, the trial must proceed without delay and without conditions. The Ateneo law deans are now challenging senators to remain impartial and nonpartisan and to prove that the rule of law still exists in the country.
For the first time in its history, the country witnesses the impeachment of a vice president. The process began in December 2024 when 3 impeachment complaints were filed against the vice president for allegations including betrayal of public trust and graft and corruption. In February of this year, Congress voted to impeach VP Sara Duterte, exceeding the required 2/3 majority to pass the process to the Senate. Senate President Cheese Escudero released a timeline for the trial, which was revised the reading of the articles of impeachment set for June 2 was moved to the 11th. Recently, a resolution to dismiss the impeachment was spread throughout the Senate, with Senator Paolo del Rosario admitting that one of the drafts came from his office. Meanwhile, Malacanang maintains that President Marcos has nothing to do with the issue. The Senate will require 16 votes to declare Vice President Sara Duterte guilty, but only 9 votes to be acquitted. If judged guilty, the Vice President will be removed from office and will be barred from holding any position in the government.
House Deputy Speaker and Cebu 5th District Representative Duke Frasco has been expelled from the National Unity Party for refusing to support Speaker Martin Romualdez's continued leadership in the 20th Congress. NUP President El Rey Villafuerte called Frasco's move a blatant breach of the NUP's official position of unequivocal support for the Speaker to keep his premier post in the next Congress. House spokesperson Princess Abantes stressed that support for the speakership is voluntary, and Romualdez remains confident with backing from over 280 lawmakers. Meanwhile, Speaker Romualdez's wife, Tingog Party List Representative Yeda Romualdez, denied social media claims that she plans to run for Cebu governor, calling them false, misleading, and purely political intrigue.
Moving on to world news, U.S. President Donald Trump deploys the California National Guard in Los Angeles. That's after 2 days of protest over the weekend by hundreds of demonstrators against the administration's immigration raids. California Governor Gavin Newsom accused Trump of deploying the National Guard for a spectacle. Democratic Congresswoman Nanette Barragan also criticized the president's decision to deploy troops, arguing that local law enforcement has adequate resources to respond. The Los Angeles Police Department arrested 27 people on Saturday for failure to disperse from the downtown protest. 3 more were arrested on suspicion of assaulting an officer. Pope Leo XIV on Sunday criticized the emergence of nationalist political movements, calling them unfortunate. Leo, the first pope from the U.S., said during a mass with tens of thousands in St. Peter's Square that God would open borders, break down walls, and dispel hatred. Before succeeding the late Pope Francis as leader of the Catholic Church, Leo was not shy about criticizing Trump and U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance.
The
Spirit breaks down barriers and tears down the walls of indifference and hatred because He teaches us all things and reminds us of Jesus' words. He teaches us, reminds us, and writes in our hearts before all else the commandment of love that the Lord has made the center and summit of everything. Where there is love, there is no room for prejudice, for security zones separating us from our neighbors, for the exclusionary mindset that tragically we now see emerging also in political nationalisms.
Over in sports, a formidable display for Filipino gymnastics king Carlos Yulo at the Artistic Gymnastics Asian Championships. The double Olympic gold medalist ruled the floor exercise event, capturing his 4th straight gold in his pet event. Yulo also won 3 bronze medals in the tournament in the all-around event, vault and parallel bars. Kaloy's younger brother, Carl Eldrew, also captured a silver medal in the vault finals of the junior division. Still in sports, Alas Pilipinas scored their 2nd straight win at the 2025 ABC Women's Volleyball Nations Cup in Vietnam. The Philippine team remained undefeated after a 3-1 victory over Indonesia, despite exiting in the 4th set. Due to injury, Alas star hitter Alyssa Solomon led with 17 points with 10 attacks, 3 aces, and a game high of 4 blocks. The win over Indonesia came after a dominant opening match where Alas Pilipinas swept Mongolia in straight sets. The team will face fellow unbeaten Iran next.
Now in entertainment, John Wick spin-off Ballerina launched slightly behind expectations this weekend with $25 million in North America. The film opened in second place behind Disney's Lilo & Stitch, which claimed the #1 spot for the third consecutive weekend. Lionsgate Studio hopes Ballerina will be the first of many John Wick spin-offs, but for that to happen, crowds need to care about the series without Keanu Reeves in it. Are you ready, Philo Onces? I hope I said that right. K-pop girl group Twice is coming back to the Philippines this October for their This Is For tour. The 9-member act will hit the stage at the Philippine Arena in Bulacan on October 4. The tour kicks off in South Korea this July, just days after the scheduled release of their 4th full-length album. A teaser video for the tour promising a new era for fans is already building excitement online. Debuting in 2015, Twice has grown into one of K-pop's biggest acts with millions of followers and global hits under their belt.
Universal Pictures has finally released the trailer for the sequel to the mega hit Wicked adaptation. Wicked for Good will hit theaters in November. Here's a peek.
The
that
trailer
looks
is
fantastic.
amazing.
Yeah.
All right.
Goosebumps.
Let us reiterate the rules. Kapag nanonood ng musical, don't sing in the theater.
But who was singing while we were watching the trailer?
Exactly.
Bakit?
What? Who was
Nakamakeup ba
out
ako?
here singing and tuning himself?
Why? It's the trailer.
And then
It's
he
the
goes,
trailer.
He's
And
like,
then-
let's go back to the rules.
And then he goes, says, taas ang boses ko ngayon.
Yeah, and he's like, how's it go again? Can you sample, Pao?
Of course not.
Did anybody record that we could use
No, you
later on the
cannot
show?
because we were
'Cause that
rolling the
was
trailer.
amazing.
No, I'm sure
These-
Direct found a way to record that.
These are the things that should not see the light of day.
Taas ang boses
Yeah,
ko
I
ngayon.
know. He was so confident. Isa pa.
We're good. Kasi baka ma-spoil yung
And then
Wicked
he
in
goes
general.
and tells us, bawal kumanta. No,
Right? And then was really commending himself. My voice is so high. I sound just like that.
I'm just saying.
Complete with hand gestures.
Right? It's so hard to be pogi with a good voice, no? How to be Paolo del Rosario?
I did not say that. I did not say that I have a good voice. I just said it was particularly high today. Yun lang. But anyway,
One of these days, na-record yan, don't worry.
Di yan na-record, promise.
Na-record yan.
All right, but apart from all of the wicked things happening, artist and toy designer Quiccs Maiquez lends his swag to the first signature sneaker of UAAP legend and Korea-based basketball star Kevin Quiambao. Now he will join us after the break. It's a beautiful day. We'll be right back. Hello, welcome back. You're still watching It's a Beautiful Day. Now, our guest today has been very busy. Actually, he's never stopping being busy. He never stops from creating in his in-demand collectibles and teaming up with a wide range of clientele. Now, he is set to unveil a new line of signature collectibles inspired by an iconic Japanese mecha series at a popular toy convention later this week. Now, he also lent his artistic touch to the first signature sneaker of basketball star Kevin Quiambao. Let's welcome back to the show artist and toy designer Quiccs Maiquez. It's a beautiful day. Quiccs, nice seeing you again.
Thank you guys, Monique and Paolo. Thank you for having me again.
You know, Quicks, can I just say, we have to congratulate you on all of the things that you've been doing. Your now part of a campaign by Jollibee. You're working with Adidas for a new shoe. You're also coming up with a new toy collection. It must feel like a wild ride the past few weeks. Before we talk about everything else, like the shoe itself, just how has it been personally for you?
Yeah, super honored that all the attention and all the acclamation, the awards, and of course the commercial has been very instrumental for us to advertise ourselves too, since we're not mainstream. It's very what do you call this? Wonderful for me to be able to showcase my talent through a lot of platforms that we've been given these past few weeks, actually. So very thankful.
Now, Quicks, I know you brought some stuff here, but the one that I'm eyeing are the shoes. Let's talk
Thank
about
you,
the shoes you designed. Are these the ones that you designed for James Harden?
No, this is for Kevin Quiambao.
This is for Kevin Quiambao pala. And then you
Yes.
designed for James Harden and for Jalen Green.
Jalen Green wore these shoes, but I didn't design it for him.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Because for those wondering,
Let's-
ito po yung mukha ni Kevin Quiambao, oh. As we
Let's just
show
look at-
everyone here. Ito po
And
yung-
that's on the sole.
Yeah, that's on
That
the
That
sole.
is
That
so
is so
sick.
cool.
And like, this is the other sole. So let's just look at how amazing, like, from the bottom to the top. Like,
Thank
it's
you.
crazy.
So, the joke I've made with when it comes to this, Anne, is that it's called KQ, right? So it's for Kevin Quiambao, but it actually stands for Kevin and Quicks.
Actually,
I think people
that
say
sounds
it's
better.
Kuya Quicks then.
Kuya Quicks.
Kuya Quicks.
Kevin Quiambao and Kuya Quicks.
That can be your new shoe line, KQ.
Yeah, Kuya Quicks.
It's so
Thank you.
cute. So, like, walk us through like how you designed this and how you collaborated with Kevin.
Sure. The only request that Kevin told us was that he wanted it to be pink, neon pink, since I think it's very trendy nowadays in the NBA to wear neon pink or other neon colors. You know? So, and then we wanted to still put in my own flavor to it, and of course some Filipino colors to it. So not the entire Philippine flag colors, but I still wanted the sun.
Yeah, which is the yellow.
The yellow to white gradient. And Kevin wanted to represent himself as bright as possible, he said, because he wanted to signify it being an inspiration to the kids to have a bright future for them, for everyone who aspires to be as good as him or as world-renowned. So that was the only thing that he requested, for it to be as bright as possible.
And you've mentioned that Jalen Green actually wore these shoes in a Filipino Heritage Night game earlier this year. What's it like to see legit NBA stars wearing your creations
Of
on
course,
the hard court?
it's very surreal for me to see our creation being worn in the NBA. I think I would have not imagined that would be possible, since I'm a random artist from Philippines. So. But we're very grateful for Jalen Green to wear it not just once but twice. Once during the Filipino Heritage Night at Houston, and then he wore it again during the playoffs against Golden State Warriors. So I think the first time was quite kind of required for an Adidas star to wear, but the second time I think it was only his decision to wear it. So super proud.
Yeah. I mean, like, I can only imagine. Well, first of all, the Rockets won that game,
Yes.
and I'm a Jazz fan. And seeing Jordan Clarkson there,
Oh.
and then seeing the Filipinos, I didn't na-tearing feelings ko. I didn't know what to feel. I was happy for you,
Yes.
sort of, but sad after. But when we take a look at the mga collaborations that you have in store, look, you've done so much lately. Are there any future collabs, especially in the sporting world, that you're going to be doing in the future?
Of course, as long as this brand loves me, I will continue to work with them. And it's been my dream to work with them. So I don't mind representing them till the day I die.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, of course, apart from that, just sorry, girls, we have to talk about sports first. So,
I know, that's why I wasn't reading.
it's fine, it's fine. Indiana OKC, who you have got game to?
OKC, I think.
OKC na?
Yeah.
Oh.
They could have won that game, but they did some mistakes towards the end.
Yeah, they let Halliburton shoot.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll move on from that. We're now going to move on to something that Anne could relate to.
Yes!
Of course.
Because we're...
I got so excited. She's like, what's happening?
She's so excited. But wait.
Quicks and I were talking about this off air,
Yes.
that we grew up watching this.
Yes.
Kapanahunan namin to eh.
I'm an 80s baby.
Edward.
I'm an 80s baby.
Diba? So, Edward,
Richard.
Richard and Erica.
Yes.
Erica.
Richard, Erica.
Yes.
Did you used to watch Dimos?
Yeah, actually did.
Yeah.
So, we're going to talk about
Yes.
Dimos here. Let's talk about Dimos.
So,
yeah, your toy right here
Oh.
looks great.
Yes, 2 years ago, we were honored to collaborate with Toei and Telasuccess in making Voltes 5. So we wanted our next one to be still very, what do you call this, local, a local legend, someone who all the Filipino kids know from the 80s. So the next best thing after Voltes 5 is, of course, Dimos.
Dimos.
We all know
Yes.
Dimos. We grew up watching it, and one thing I liked about it is when I rewatched it when I was a bit older, I noticed that very Shakespearean yung story.
Really?
Which is quite unique for something that's supposed to be seen by kids. Very deep yung story niya. Parang two people from warring factions falling in love and with a bit of a tragic end. Pa, diba?
Oh, really?
Very Shakespearean.
I need to start watching this. I don't know.
Dimos.
I know. I feel bad because I honestly don't know Dimos and Voltes 5.
You didn't
that
grow up
well,
here,
'cause I
is
didn't
why.
grow up here,
I
so I don't
see.
know.
Yeah.
any
You're
of
missing
the-
out.
I am missing out.
But then,
I'm
but then
gonna
of
start
course,
watching it.
there's also the other anime I want to bring up. Nabuto ba yung Mazinger Z?
Oh, ano
Yes, of
man?
course.
Okay, baka yun yung susunod.
Oh, we
There you
actually,
go. There, actually.
recently did one with our partners from Hong Kong, Devil Toys.
Wow.
It's an official collab as well
That
for
is
the
amazing.
Nutbuster.
Okay.
One of my
Pick
favorites.
like which collabs you do.
Whatever they throw at us, available IPs, I tend to choose the ones that I really have a passion
Connection
for.
to.
Right,
Or
right.
connection
Yeah.
to, yeah.
Well,
Childhood favorites.
We talked about how mecha was a big part of Quicks' inspiration in the past.
Yes.
First of all, I completely forgot and didn't remember that you had a work for Mazinger Z, so that was not set up at
No
all.
worries, no problem.
When we take a look at this Dimos thing, piece in particular, though, how fun was it working on it, considering that, hey, it's another piece of your childhood that siguro some people, when they see it again, oh nga no, Dimos, it's a thing.
Yeah.
Yes,
With a personal touch also,
Of
no?
course,
Your personal style.
Actually, we were glad that Toei allowed us to still make it look like my character, Tech 63. So it's a little bit different from the original. Yung mask niya is very quite similar to Tech 63. So we're very honored that they allowed us to be creative about it.
Oh, that's good.
And of course, I was able to still put my hip hop flavor into it. So. As you know, my signature style is Japanese robots I grew up with, a little bit of hip-hop culture and graffiti. So super proud that they allowed us to be myself again after what I did for them when we collaborated on the Voltes 5 figure.
Yeah.
And where can collectors get this?
We're exclusively releasing this weekend at ToyCon Philippines, our favorite
exciting.
convention
Yeah.
every year. In June, that's why we're quite busy this month.
Yeah.
Leading to ToyCon is really something that we consider as one of our main events for the year.
Yeah, it's so great that brands let you basically have free reign when you do collabs with them.
Yeah, actually.
Right, but Anne actually mentioned where we can get the toys. She asked, but I want to know where I can get the shoes.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Love the shoes.
Thank you. Yeah, a while ago, I discovered that you love pink.
Yeah.
Just like my sister. So it's going to be released this week, June 11.
This week as well.
Yes,
Okay.
June 11, Foot Locker has a one-day early access, earlier than Adidas, and then Adidas will release this June 12.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta sign up for that.
Yeah, can I just say that it looks fantastic.
Thank you.
It plays fantastic also.
Thank you.
I haven't had a real run in it, but it looks great. It looks just really very Pinoy. It's so loud.
Thank you.
I
They learn
love
well.
it. I mean, it looks great when you're watching like Jalen wear it on the court.
Yeah.
You're,
Yes.
you're just staring at the shoes. Sorry, I'm not
be
looking at
fair.
Jalen. Like the shoes are amazing.
To be fair, you won't be able to miss Jalen wherever he goes,
Yeah, true.
whenever he's wearing that. But then, looking at all of the collaborations that you've done here so far, I mean, like we talked about the energy that you must have to be able to do all of this.
Thank you, Pao.
Where does it come from? Where do you get it? And of course, how do you stay, I guess, creatively inspired? Kasi ang dami lately, all of these projects. And it's a good thing. It's a great problem, but how do you keep it up?
I think I recognize that fame and the attention won't be here forever. So I'm just taking it in, and whenever I feel like everything's going on too fast, I just try to remember that this is a ride that I have to enjoy, and it won't be forever. So I'm very grateful for all the success and the attention, and I'm just riding it.
Do you still have any dream projects in mind?
With this brand, I think I've achieved like my dream one. So I'll just accept whatever the Lord gives me in the future. So that's pretty much it.
Which did you enjoy doing the most? Like creating the toy, creating the shoe?
Everything, but it all it still goes home to toys, of course.
Toys.
So when I did
Okay.
this microtech for KQ, I enjoyed infusing an alma mater that we share both.
Yeah.
I'm Atenean, but I'm also from La Salle.
Explain.
From kindergarten 1 to grade 7. So technically, I spent 1 year more than my high school and college, which is 8 years, diba?
Okay.
Kinder to grade 7 is 9 years.
Okay.
But I think most people would still stick to where they had high school with, or their formative years. So I still align myself a little bit more to my high school and college. But I love them both.
the green-blooded person in me is like,
Playing safe siya sa gitna siya.
Great
on the fence with that
diplomatic answer.
one. Yeah,
Are you from GH as well?
No, Zabel.
Zabel.
Yeah,
Same.
Zabel.
Brother.
Yeah. We're distant cousins.
Distant cousins. Listen, nonetheless. But when you were creating the shoes, what would you say was the most difficult aspect for you?
I guess when we do new silhouettes, so the Adidas Select 3, Adidas Zero Select 3 is a new platform for me. So the challenge is how to put your soul and the design that you want into it without adding new parts to it. So you're limited to how it is already.
Yeah.
So you have to work with the parts given to you.
And how long did it take you to create basically all the art in the soul? Like,
We
it's so
probably did
beautiful.
like 6 studies in 2 weeks time. And this, of course, was the study chosen to be created.
What I really enjoy is that it's so signature you.
Thank you.
And what I like about that is that not a lot of people, or creators or artists, can say that it's still very much their signature when working with big brands, kasi minsan nawawala yun eh.
Yeah.
That's true.
When you the collaborative process, I mean, like, what are your mandatories to be able to say na, hey, this is how much creativity I need, this is how much because you have to kind of bend and work with certain parameters. So what is that barrier for you? What is that line?
Well, besides the obvious, like our logos and Tech 63 being there, I think one of the things that I always put into my designs is one of the main reasons why I made Tech 63 in the first place is the lack of something that I want to see, which I haven't seen yet. So before creating Tech 63, I wanted a toy that represented myself.
Yeah.
My love for robots and hip hop, which I couldn't see anywhere. So I made one myself.
Yeah.
So that's how I attack design requirements. I want to do a product that I want to actually wear, or I actually want displayed on my room. That's the most basic proponent in my design process.
I get you.
When you come up with the colors, like for example, like for here, how long does it take you to decide which color goes with what?
The color is basically
Based on the Dymos robot.
paying tribute to the OG, to the original.
Okay, so you keep the colors as is.
Keep the colors as is, but applying it on a hoodie, something hip hop.
Okay.
So that's the challenge
Right.
too. Making it as what do you call that? Noticeable or as prominent as how collectors of Dymos would
Would want
envision it.
Yeah, yeah. What's next for your toy collection? Meron ka na bang Voltus 5?
Yes, that
Yes,
was the
ma'am.
one that we released
Yeah.
2 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
The next one, I guess, towards the end of the year, we're going back to with DCPH, the Diecast Collectors Philippines.
Yeah.
Diecast.
We
Okay.
recently made 2 exclusives for them, but that was for a swap meet, sort of like a small event,
Okay.
just for to test how it goes, and it was very successful. So come November or December, I think they will be having a bigger event, a convention type for diecast collectors.
How about for your international following? Because I remember last time we had a chance to talk to you. You were in Mexico.
Yeah.
Yes.
For a
Yeah.
time.
Came back.
You were
Yeah, I
talking
remember, I
about
remember.
your lucha wrestling
Yes,
situation,
yes.
right?
Yeah.
But we're also what I love about just watching you on social media is that sometimes I wonder where in the world Quicks is, and there's always a line of people
Thank
eager
you.
to meet you.
Thank you,
So
thank you.
if for those watching and figuring out where you're flying off next to, do you have any other plans, conventions, or events that people maybe could
For
find
sure.
you in?
We'll be in ACGHK. That's the biggest toy convention in Hong Kong that's happening in July. So every year around July, August, we go to Hong Kong since we also have like followers and collectors there.
Quicks, we're so happy to have you here again.
Thank you.
Really appreciate
Super
you.
honored for the invite again.
Yeah.
We love having you
course,
here.
yeah.
Come
I'd love to
anytime.
come back.
Yeah. The funny thing is when I saw him over the weekend,
We were at the KQ.
we were at the
launch.
shoe launch for KQ, and Quick says like, "Oh, I'm going to Bilyonaryo on Monday." I'm like, "You are?"
You don't even know. Pao doesn't even know yet.
I didn't know yet, and I was happy. That made my day.
Yeah.
That made me, there we are alongside Diego Dario and Jay Aoki.
Yeah. So I mean, like it was like when I saw her, like, "Oh, you're coming! Great! Like I'm not missing the show for sure." So
Yeah, when I
you,
saw
thank
your
you.
name earlier, I was like, Quicks?
Salamat,
Like, Quicks,
thank
Quicks?
you.
And they said, yeah, so we were so excited.
Our
Thank you,
producers
Monique.
are really fast.
100%.
Thank you so much.
Seriously.
They are quick.
Yeah.
But thank you so much for joining us. Sorry, I had to
And
do
that's
it.
the end of that.
And we're gonna wrap up on that note. Thank you so much for
Thank you.
joining us, artist and toy designer Quicks Maiquez. Maraming salamat. We
Thank you so
appreciate
much.
you.
We appreciate you guys.
And we've got more stories for you guys after the break. It's a beautiful day. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. You're still watching. It's a beautiful day. We got some more news for you this morning. A Chinese vessel ran around near the Pag-asa Island in the West Philippine Sea on Saturday amid inclement weather. According to Barangay Councilor MP Albaida, the Chinese fishing vessel had already been removed, but floating devices from the ship were left behind. The Coast Guard was deployed to verify reports about the Chinese vessel. The AFP was also alerted. Authorities speculate that the distressed vessel could be brought upon by the low pressure area.
50% of Filipino families say they are in poverty. This is according to the recent survey on self-rated poverty by the social weather stations. The SWS says that this is 5 points lower than previous surveys. Meanwhile, 42% say they are well off, the highest number in history. Self-rated poverty is lowest in Metro Manila at 33% and highest in Visayas, reaching 67%.
The Education Department expects around 27 million students to enroll from preschool to senior high for the next school year. The DepEd seeks to bridge the gap in the public school system through public and private partnerships. The public school system is lacking about 165,000 classrooms. The DepEd says it is closely coordinating with the Public Works and Highways Department to fast-track the construction of 105,000 classrooms. Meanwhile, Oplan Balik Eskwela, which includes the annual Brigada Eskwela, is set to begin today until the 13th. DepEd also plans to fill 20,000 new teaching posts this year to address the country's teacher shortage.
Philippine inflation drops to 1.3% in May, the coolest in over 4 years. As Sujin Kim tells us, rice prices remain a key driver.
Philippine inflation slowed to its lowest level in over 5 years this May. Headline inflation fell to 1.3%, marking the lowest print since November 2019.
This is the lowest in the last 66 months.
This is the fourth straight month of disinflation, according to the Philippine Statistics Authority. The drop was driven by slower price increases in electricity, water, and housing, coupled with further declines in rice prices. Rice inflation plunged to negative 12.8%, with prices ranging from 43 to 60 pesos per kilo nationwide. PSA says negative rice inflation could persist throughout the year.
Ito ay negative na since January of 2025. So buong yung 5 months of 2025, puro negative na yung ating rice inflation. May mga expectations na tuloy pa rin itong negative in the coming months kasi nakikita natin na yung prices of rice ay talagang bumababa na yung kanyang price per kilo.
However, price pressures remain in several essential food items. Meat inflation climbed to 7.9%, while fish, seafood, and other proteins also registered upticks.
Meat basket natin ay tumaas 7.9% ngayong Mayo 2025 because of the prices ng pork. In particular, pumasok din yung fish and other seafood.
The May inflation print was consistent with Bangko Sentral's forecast range. The BSP notes that risks to the inflation outlook remain balanced, with upside risks from potential hikes in transport fares, meat costs, and utility rates, and downside risks from weaker global demand and lower tariffs on imported rice. This further strengthens the case for a potential easing of monetary policy in the coming months as the BSP balances price stability with growth support. Sujin Kim, Bilyonaryo News Channel.
More sports news for you. Barangay Ginebra San Miguel flexes their might against the TNT Tropang 5G in the PBA Philippine Cup. The Gin Kings took down the Tropang 5G Sunday at the Ninoy Aquino Stadium 97-78 for their seventh win in the All-Filipino Conference. RJ Abarientos led Ginebra with 23 points, while best player of the game, Japet Aguilar, had a solid performance with a double-double of 20 points and 14 rebounds. Over in the first game, the Blackwater Bossing put the brakes on the struggling Terefir Majip 97-82. Best player of the game, Christian David, finished with 19 points and 12 rebounds for the Bossing. Three-time UAAP Most Valuable Player Bella Belen was the top pick in the 2025 PBL Rookie Draft held last night in Quezon City. The Capital One Solar Spikers landed Belen, who is currently in Vietnam with Alas Pilipinas, to help revive their struggling franchise. Familiar UAAP powerhouses dominated the first round with NU and LaSalle, each producing 3 first-rounders. The first 6 picks include Jean Asis to the Galleries, Phil Setter, Alohi Robbins Hardy to Farm Fresh, Ateneo Star Lian de Guzman to Nextled, and AC Minor to Zeus, and Erin Pangilinan to the Cignal HD Spikers. Carlos Alcaraz retained his French Open crown after a grueling 5-set showdown against top seed Jannik Sinner in what's being called the longest final in tournament history. The 22-year-old Spaniard saved 3 match points and rallied from 2 sets down to win in over 5 hours, securing his title status as the Prince of Clay. In the post-Nadal era, Alcaraz's victory snatched Sinner's 20-match winning streak at the majors and marked his 5th straight win. In women's action, Coco Gauff claimed her 2nd Grand Slam title by taking down top seed Aryna Sabalenka in a hard-fought 3-setter. Gauff became the first American woman to win at Roland Garros since 2015, overcoming her doubts and 70 unforced errors from Belarusian power hitter. And you know what? This is the reason, by the way, Monique has no sleep.
I have not slept because of that game. Because Alcaraz was down the first 2 sets, and then the third set, and then the third set, he came back, and I said, oh my God, I have to watch this. And I was like, okay, he's gonna win. So we'll see. And then Sinner came back, and then they were literally just back and forth. It was the best tennis I've ever seen in my life, and I couldn't sleep afterwards. I was so pumped up, so I haven't slept.
You know what?
My boy Carlitos, I love you.
You know what? And we were while we're talking about this, come on, pa-zoom in sa mukha ni Mo. We were wondering, Anne, what type of bag she's gonna bring home? Prada, Louis Vuitton? Hindi, eye bag lang. Eye bags lang.
Always, mas mahal yung eye bags ko than designer, okay? There's only 2 in the world. And they're right here.
And they're long-lasting, you know. They're always there.
Dahil sa French Open yan, okay? Alcaraz.
Because of my boy Alcaraz. You know, he won 5 Grand Slams the same time. Nadal won 5 Grand Slams, and they're the same age. They're about to be the same age. He's getting there.
Yeah, he's getting there.
So I can't wait to see what he does. But honestly, Yannick played a really great game.
Yeah.
I felt so bad for him when he was doing his speech.
It was so... Could you imagine playing for 5 hours and then talo ka?
I can't even play tennis for like 5 minutes. I'm so exhausted, and the level they're playing is insane. Like, they don't even look tired. It was crazy. I just want to say kudos to Yannick and to Carlitos.
5 hours? That's crazy.
Killed it. Oh, Carlos.
Like moving back and
Look
forth
at
for
him.
5 hours straight.
I actually bought
Crazy.
a Carlos shirt in Nike in Italy, and it says Vamos. So that's going to be my... I'm so glad I bought
wear that
it.
to the show, though.
I couldn't wear it. It's my tennis shirt. When I play tennis, para I can be good naman.
And moving on. And take it away.
Yes, after that strong game, here's a brand that starts the year strong. Talking about Toyota Motor Philippines, the auto giant, reporting solid earnings driven by the return of the iconic Tamaraw and accelerating its shift toward electrification. Our mobility correspondent, G. Baroga, has the story.
Toyota Motor Philippines of the Bilyonaryo T family is off to a roaring start this 2025, raking in over 6 billion pesos in consolidated net income for the first quarter, a 57% jump from last year. The boost came from a 12% rise in retail sales, with over 55,500 vehicles rolling out of dealerships. And guess who's helping drive the momentum? The much-anticipated return of the Tamaraw. Relaunched in December, the iconic nameplate is proving to be more than just a nostalgia trip. It's a key growth driver for Toyota. President Masando Hashimoto even called it a worthy contender to Mitsubishi's L300.
We are increasing newly this product and volume. Mitsubishi also staying very strong. So these two are driving the whole customers, and then total truck customer segment is also increasing. So our product is incremental, and our level is almost head to head.
Alongside the Tamaraw, local favorites like the Philippine-made Vios and the Hilux pickup are keeping sales solid. Imported heavy hitters like the Land Cruiser, Hi-Ace, and Alphard are also adding to the numbers.
Toyota is also shifting gears toward a greener future. Staying true to its multi-pathway approach, the company ramps up its electrification efforts in support of the country's decarbonization goals.
That green push is showing results. Its luxury sibling Lexus is also cruising ahead in the premium lane, grabbing the top spot in Q1 thanks to a hybrid-heavy lineup.
95% of our vehicles are all hybrid vehicles. So it's the demand of the market requiring hybrid vehicles for fuel efficiency and of course exemption from number coding. So I guess people with before having budgets for two vehicles can now be combined into one.
Together, Toyota and Lexus posted a 37% year-on-year jump in electrified vehicle sales, moving nearly 4,000 units in just 3 months.
This growth trend is keep going and continuing in the future as well. So Toyota is bringing more products to the country, and we want to make the carbon neutrality options, more options to the customer. That's our Toyota's promise.
But even market leaders feel the seasonal slowdowns. April saw a bit of a breather with sales dipping across the board. Toyota sold just over 16,000 units, an 8% drop from March. Lexus says it's a sign of a more cautious market as more players enter the field and buyers take their time.
There are more vehicles or more brands out there that people can choose from, different price ranges, different sizes. Also, I think the market is more conservative this time because there was a lot of high sales coming from 2024.
Still, Toyota's dominance remains undisputed. With nearly 72,000 units sold from January to April, the brand holds a massive 48% market share. One reason for that edge is a dealer network that spans the country.
We have currently 75 3S showrooms in the network, which is the biggest among across the brands. Even in any province or region, people can have the access to the dealers and get the repair.
Despite the April dip, both Toyota and Lexus are staying optimistic, projecting 7 to 8% growth for the Philippine auto industry this year. For BNC Mobility, G. Baroga.
Coming up next, I'll be speaking with DPWH Secretary Manuel Bonoan about the country's flood readiness this rainy season. Don't go away. It's a beautiful day. We'll be right back. Welcome back. You're still watching It's a Beautiful Day. This is Weather HQ. The rainy season has officially started here in the Philippines, and with it comes heightened concerns over flooding and infrastructure preparedness. Joining us now via phone patch is the Department of Public Works and Highway Secretary Manuel Bonoan to share the agency's flood mitigation plans and preparations for this wet season. Secretary Bonoan, maraming salamat. Thank you so much for joining us here on It's a Beautiful Day.
Good morning, Paolo, and good morning po sa ating mga listeners. Thank you for having me.
Secretary, simulan po na natin with the fact that the rainy season is now underway. When we talk about yung degree of preparedness ng DPWH with regard to possible flooding across the country, where are we in that regard?
Well, let me start by saying that when we, this administration, since 2020, middle of 2022 to since then, we implemented numerous flood control projects all over the country, both on locally funded programs and foreign assisted projects in major river basins all over the country. And this year, once again, since the first quarter of this year, we have already started to implement all the flood control projects that are actually included in the budget for 2025. So ongoing pa yung karamihan ngayon at we are speeding it up so that these flood control projects would be ready in time for the rainy season. No? Well, there are projects kasi na malalaki and big projects that are funded in the major river basins of the country that are still ongoing, but they are being pursued relentlessly for their completion in due time.
Secretary, may mga areas ba na binibigyan ng urgent attention or priorities in terms of resources ng DPWH?
Yes, there are two. We are attacking it in two fronts. Two fronts actually. Yes. One is yung mga immediate locally funded projects to provide immediate relief to low-lying areas. No, I think there are so many areas that are now prone to flooding because of the problem of yung siltation in the main rivers. Over the years, kasi there has not been any concerted effort to desilt and dredge the rivers, so that's why the river beds are very, very shallow, and these are actually prone to flooding whenever there is a downpour. Now, the other thing is the major river basins, the mga malalaking ilog all over the country. There are 18 major river basins in the country that are now being attended to. One is also in Metro Manila, and like Pampanga, the Visayas and Mindanao as well. All these are being foreign assisted. Ibig sabihin, yung from official development assistance from foreign countries and multilateral lending institutions. So all these are still being pursued for the time being.
Secretary, I want to focus on yung mga highly urbanized areas po natin when it comes to yung drainage systems and flood control projects in respective regions po. Are there any status updates po on whether or not completed or in need to be expedited in time for the heavier part of the rainy season po?
Yeah, I think in urban areas, I think the flood control program being pursued by DPWH is just one of the components to address the flooding areas in urban areas. No? I think it has to be, as the President has been saying, it has to be done holistically and collaboratively with other agencies, including the local government units. Particularly, let's say, for example, in Metro Manila, I think, yes, there is infrastructure program that is now being undertaken along the Pasig Marikina flood river. I mean the river, but internal drainage in Metro Manila has to do with the efforts also of the local government units in terms of yung waste management, mga basura, and yung mga land use programs, yung mga ganon. Kasi we might have been doing yung mga infrastructure protection works along Pasig Marikina River, but then yung drainage system, kung matindi ang ulan at yung mga basura naman naiipon sa mga inlet, sa mga drainage, then ganoon din, magbabaha rin. So I think this is where the local government units should also participate in addressing the flooding problems in urban areas.
Secretary, you mentioned yung interagency effort na kailangan to address the floodings in different areas, not just in urban areas but then all over the country. When we take a look at yung gaano ka-importante yung interagency efforts in terms of responding to emergency situations po, how important is that partnership, especially when it comes to yung mga quick response po at emergency crews and equipment for
for really emergency purposes in the upcoming months?
I think we are now collaborating with the other agencies like the Department of Environment and Natural Resources. I think one of the in the big river basins, we are actually collaboratively doing flood control programs. Kasi yung the watershed management program would have to be taken in conjunction with the DNR's effort also, no? Kasi sila nakakaalam dun sa mga watershed areas. But we have to put also infrastructure in the watershed areas for us to be able to provide the necessary infrastructures to contain muna yung mga flood waters from coming down, and then probably magagamit din for other purposes like irrigation or water supply and things like this. So these are being done already in the big major river basins programs. Ganun din dito sa Metro Manila. For example, in Metro Manila, we are now in the process of looking at the infrastructure requirements dito sa may Sierra Madre watershed area where the flood waters are coming down to Manila, no, to Metro Manila, by building up some dams, reservoirs.
Yes.
Para hindi pumasok agad yung rainwaters or flood waters in Metro Manila during the rainy season. Di ba? Ganun.
Opo. Secretary, when we talk about yung infrastructure po and of course the strategy when it comes to building, it's a long-term view. But when you take a look at yung impact po ng climate change recently, has DPWH adjusted yung pagplano nila in strategizing in terms of the infrastructure that they do plan to put up or are putting up to answer this particular threat?
Yes, of course. This is now a very important aspect in the implementation of flood control infrastructure projects. When before, ang design parameters namin actually that for infrastructure projects, we design them with it's a very technical issue. But ang sabi namin is yung return period, flood return period, ang ginagamit lang namin noon is either 15 to 20 years, no? Yung return period design requirements. Now, because of the climate change phenomenon, I think we have adjusted it either 50 years return period, and in some major basins even 100-year return period na yung ginagamit namin. So that these are the things that we are actually now considering in the implementation of the flood control programs that we are undertaking because of the climate change phenomenon.
Sir, when it comes to mga projects, when it comes to addressing climate change, what are the partnerships na napaka-importante po to work alongside the agencies you have to work alongside to make sure na science-based, data-based po ang decision-making po ninyo?
Absolutely. Yes. Of course, this is now the technical paradigm that we are actually using for the flood control programs now in addressing the flood problems in many areas of the country now.
Sir, yung message to the public as we deal with the increasing rains and flooding threats this season, particularly keeping in mind that towards the tail end po of last year, we did have a series of storms. I believe there was actually 4 storms that came in the 6 storms that came in a short amount of time, and I'm sure really stretching resources po ninyo. So what message do we have for the public considering that yan yung latest memory po natin ng tag-ulan?
Ito na rin. Ito nga yung mga climate change phenomenon. Last year, I think it was a very challenging season actually because you can just imagine 6 typhoons in in I think 2 months. In 2 months. So I think responding to all the requirements at that time was a very challenging effort for all the government agencies involved, the PWH, the ENR, local government, NDRRMC, and so forth and so on. But I think there are so many things that have to be done. Actually, yung warning systems and yung evacuation systems and all these things have to be prepared. Right now, I think the DPWH has, in the advent of the coming rainy season, our quick response teams are also being prepared and going to be deployed anytime soon, actually, for us to help also in when there are calamities in these areas.
Secretary, we really appreciate the time you've taken out this morning to join us. That is Secretary Manuel Bonoan of the DPWH. Mabuhay po kayo. Maraming salamat and have a great morning.
Thank you. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Thank you. Thank you, Raul. Thank you very much.
Now, we've got more stories for you after the break, plus our horoscope of the day with Master Hans Kua. It's a beautiful day. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. You're still watching It's a Beautiful Day. What do the stars have in store for us today? Let's go find out from resident energizer and feng shui master Hans Kua in our horoscope of the day. Take it away, Master Hans.
Good morning! It's a beautiful day with me, Master Hans Kua. At ito, ang horoscope for today, Monday, June 9. Para sa mga pinanganak ng Year of the Rat, oras na para mag-light exercise. Aqua at 7. Para naman sa Year of the Ox, ang pagiging open mo sa feelings ay magpapagaan ng loob mo. Caramel at 8. Sa mga pinanganak naman tayo ng Year of Tiger, may darating na extra income. Use it wisely. Beige at 8. Sa mga Year of the Rabbit naman tayo, huwag magpuyat. Mahalaga ang tamang pahinga. Peach at 3. Sa mga Year of Dragon, cool ka lang sa trabaho, huwag pairalin ang init ng ulo. Platinum at 2. Sa mga Year of the Snake naman tayo, maging open-minded sa mga possibilities na parating sa love life mo. Violet at 7. Ito naman, King of the Horsey. Stay hydrated. Huwag kalimutan uminom ng tubig. Tangerine at 4. Sa mga Year of the Ship naman tayo, huwag maging seloso o selosa. Trust your partner. Siena at 5. Sa mga Year of the Monkey, may bagong challenge sa trabaho. Kaya mo yan! Pink at 2. Sa Year of the Rooster naman tayo, it's a good day para sa financial planning at budgeting. Mocha at 9. Sa mga Year of Dog naman tayo, never too late para simulan ang bagong healthy habits. Scarlet at 8. Sa mga Year of the Pig naman, mapapansin ni boss ang magandang effort mo. Plum at 7. Paalala lang, ito po'y patnubay lamang. Ang tunay na swerte ay nagsisimula sa pagiging totoo. Abangan araw-araw ang horoscope of the day. Dito lang po sa It's a Beautiful Day with me, Master Hans Kua.
Thank you for bringing that back, Master Hans, because I told him Friday I was able to talk to
Siya
him. I was like,
nag-direct.
sabi ko, Master Hans, ibalik mo yun. Master Hans is watching us, by the way. Hi, Master Hans!
Did he not? Wait, I wasn't here when he took it away.
Huh?
He took the extra away. I wasn't here.
Yeah, he changed
I
it, right?
missed
So
it.
he took out the with me. So I told him Friday,
That's the
Master
best
Hans, bring it
part.
back because I always wait for that extra. And then he said,
Demanding ni Anne kasi.
Uy,
Pasensya
hindi,
na,
oh.
Master Hans, ha?
I love Master Hans.
You know, it's extra
Hi, Master
work.
Hans. He's tuned in. He's watching.
we're so excited for your segment always.
All
We
the
love
time.
it.
Always.
And all we can say is,
And Paolo loves your coat.
Actually, Master Hans, Paolo wants to
Pahiram
borrow your
daw.
jacket.
Borrow daw your
He
coat.
loved it so much.
Yes.
I actually do.
Yeah, that's
But
why.
I don't think kasha eh. I'm a huge person.
So wherever Master Hans got it from, you guys will talk.
No, I will wear it over though, just so
It's
I
so
can.
cute,
Yeah,
and it
it's
fits
really cool. I mean,
nice.
like I can't pull it off. There's only a certain look that he could. But on that note, we gotta move on because we got some big news about some big art. Literally.
Yes, we do, literally. So a rare painting by Filipino master Fernando Amorsolo has just sold for a staggering 36 million pesos at an auction. The 1942 masterpiece, The Burning of Manila, went under the hammer at Leon Gallery's mid-year auction over the weekend. The painting fetched twice its estimated value and set a new record for an Amorsolo wartime work. According to the gallery, the piece was first acquired from Amorsolo himself by Don Jacobo Zobel de Ayala. It had been on loan to the National Museum of the Philippines until now.
Insane.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Insane.
That is crazy.
If I had 36 million, oh wow,
You're an
I'm made
artist.
for life.
If you had 36 million, you probably were an
36
artist.
million.
Wow.
Man.
Insane. That's, I mean, like, I wish that we could have seen that in person because sometimes the scale of it is what really makes
Yeah.
it,
Yeah,
it really gets to you. I'm no
There,
art
look
critic.
at it.
it's
Yeah,
so
it's
pretty.
fantastic.
insane. Take a look at that. Again, a wartime work.
I mean, I'm so glad people are appreciating
Yeah.
Amorsolo's work, honestly, and that it's going for that much.
Yeah. I mean, like, hopefully, I want to see it in person, to be quite honest. And hopefully we get the opportunity to do that sometime. But
They're
then, yeah,
they're zooming in so you can see it in person.
yeah, close enough. Yeah, that's as close as I can get. May tao pa nga in between. I'll be like, huy!
They never disclosed who got the painting.
They never say when
Yeah.
auctioneers buy paintings. They
Okay.
never normally tell you who. But wait, it's in loan right now. I just read it.
That's
Hold on, where can we see it? Ba? It's still in
US
loan.
dollars. Yeah. So it was.
Oh, it was in loan, so
on
we can't
loan.
see it anymore.
Yeah. Well,
I know. I was like, let's head to the National Museum real quick.
Yeah.
If it's still there.
Well, you can still go there and enjoy other works of art.
I haven't
And-
been. I actually
No,
wanna
but and
go.
speaking of enjoying works of art, kasi, we talk about the National Museum and all of that. Sometimes I haven't had the opportunity to actually go out to, like, say Europe to enjoy certain certain works of art. I mean, like, so let's
And your
enjoy
photos
that.
are fantastic.
Let's enjoy that together. Whoa!
Who put that there?
Oh my God!
Oh, that's the best work of art.
That is a Perugia.
That costs more than Amorsolo. I'm just letting you guys know with the designer eye bags. Ang mahal yan.
Whoa! And
my
this
God,
is
that's me.
clips from the trip of
Guys,
Mo.
I haven't posted pa half my trip pa sa Rome pa tayo and Perugia. There's still Venice, Florence.
Can I just say, I
Wow.
really enjoyed your post in front of the fountain. I think you
why?
mentioned because of your caption, which
Lizzie
was
McGuire.
yes, and the song from that,
This is what dreams are made
and
of.
what Lizzie McGuire says is,
What? Hey
think
now,
about the
hey now,
movie.
this is
No,
what
no. Before
Have
that,
you ever seen Such a Beautiful Night?
no. When she's talking to the other guy.
She's talking to Gordo.
Oh my gosh! You
What did
sing
she
for
say?
me, Paolo.
Oh, that's not. She's not talking to
Oh my
Paolo
gosh.
in front of the Trevi Fountain. That's in the Coliseum when they started singing. That's a different scene.
I cannot relate with
I'm like-
anything Lizzie McGuire.
Sing to me, Paolo. Then that's when you
I
have
like
no
it when you
voice.
do that coin.
Yeah, actually,
Yeah,
I had
that's
to
cute.
Google the right way to wish.
there's
at the
a right
Trevi-
way?
Yeah, you have to throw it with your right hand over your left shoulder. So that's why I had to do it that way.
Okay.
Did you do it the wrong way the first time?
No, I did not.
What's
because,
the purpose for that, though?
Girl, I have no idea, but I hope my wish comes true. The Trevi Fountain makes more than like most people. I think there were all people in Italy. It's crazy how much they make. I only put like cents in there because I was like, my €1, I need that for my cappuccino. I'm gonna put like 20 cents. It's still a coin. It's still a wish.
So this is going to be a thing, by the way, wherein whenever one of us leaves the show for a minimum of 2 weeks, we're going to have a gallery.
So you need
Anne.
my photos next.
Anne's leaving
Yeah.
soon. I'm
okay.
so happy though that we're like overlapping because I thought we
know.
weren't because I was so
Yeah.
sad. But yeah, Anne's leaving next, guys.
Just to be clear, we forced Anne to still go to work
I know, right?
para magsama alongside
Can't
mo.
even move my face that much.
She wasn't
but,
supposed to come this week at all, but I told
Pa-explain
her.
nga, right? Because we have like 30
No,
seconds.
because-
Why can't you move your face?
And why weren't you gonna come?
Okay.
I had Aptos thread lift done on my face. Thank you so much, Lift Clinic. So I'm still having
Actually,
this
sa totoo lang,
recovery period.
Hindi niya kayang tumawa,
Ang hirap
guys.
tumawa.
Yeah,
So-
she can't.
So kapag tumatawa siya,
I have to
she holds up her face. Ganon, no? Kasi it
Hold the threads
falls.
in. It's okay. You're gonna look so natural when it's over with. I can already see it.
Like, ganito si Anne the whole show. All
Even
right.
when talking, she's having a hard time.
This is how much I love you guys. See, I'm still here even if my face hurts.
I love you.
That is it for us this Monday. We're back. We're complete. It's June 9. Ako po si Paolo del Rosario. Thank you so much for joining us.
I'm Anne Asis-Carilo. Make today unforgettable by choosing joy and spreading love and kindness wherever you go.
And I'm Monique Tuzon. Join us again tomorrow. We're complete at 7 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. only here on
It's a beautiful day.